Welcome to the Weteachhistory video tutorial with Mr. O'Connor. Weimar, Germany, the Munich Beer Hall Putsch, 1923. This is covering the Nazi and Hitler's first attempt to try and take over the Weimar Republic. It should be taken in context with everything else that was happening in 1923, with hyperinflation and the Ruhr crisis. So inspired by the hyperinflation and Ruhr crisis, the Nazis attempted to take over the Weimar Republic. From a beer hall in Munich, which is in the south of Germany, Hitler launched his putsch. However, he didn't have the support of the police or the army, and he was easily put down. Hitler was put on trial, but unlike the Spartacus, who were killed on the spot, Hitler received a light sentence because the judge was very sympathetic to the Nazi aims. So what happened? In a descriptive question, you would just have to state that Hitler, along with General Ludendorff, a World War I hero, attempted to topple the Weimar Republic. One night in a beer hall in Munich, Hitler ran in with a gun and declared a national revolution. He forced local politicians to support him, and with 2,000 men, he took to the street. Now Hitler became famous in Munich following the years of the war through his power of oration. He was a brilliant public speaker, and people started to flock to the Nazi Party because he offered simplistic answers to the massive problems that Weimar was facing. So he decided to launch a national revolution. And with the 2,000 men, they went out on the street. What they did is occupy government buildings in Munich, so the post office, police stations they tried to take over, anything of public note. And these men were on the street. The fighting started to take place amongst the police and the Nazis though. Hitler decided to take hostages, and he took the local council hostage because many of these were socialists and he despised them and blamed them for the Treaty of Versailles. So he had hostages and he had 2,000 men at his disposal. But things didn't pan out the way Hitler wanted. Hitler decided to march up to the local army barracks, and when he did, the police, at this point here in the town square, opened fire on him. 16 Nazis and 4 policemen were killed in the skirmish. Hitler was arrested 2 days later, but on his trial he received a very light sentence. This was because the judge was sympathetic to Hitler, and he'd also put him on trial a few years earlier and give him another light sentence for involved in an assault at a meeting. While Hitler was in jail though, this became a crowning moment for him because he wrote his book Mein Kampf, My Struggle. The trial and the subsequent book, which was an international bestseller, made Hitler and the Nazi Party the most famous political organisation and arguably most famous man inside Germany. So it raised the stature of a rabble-rouser from the south of Germany into a politician of international reputation. So in many respects the Munich Putsch was a fiasco and a failure, but it gave the Nazis a propaganda coup, and Hitler and the Nazis became recognised and renowned across Germany. So just to sum up the main points, Hitler tried to take advantage of everything else that was happening in 1923. The hyperinflation crisis and also the Ruhr crisis, and he tried, along with General Ludendorff, an army veteran and World War I leader, to take over the Weimar Republic. And from a beer hall in Munich with his 2,000 men, he launched his attempted putsch. However, he didn't have the support of the police or the army, and the putsch was put down. Hitler was put on trial, but the judge was sympathetic to him, and so only gave him a light sentence. And whilst in jail, he wrote Mein Kampf and took advantage of the fact that the trial had given the Nazis, and him especially, the publicity he craved. He was now known around Germany, and his book sold all around the world.